What's going on, everybody? Stock Chalk here, up $773 in the first hour of trading. I know the recording right now is showing 1,196. I did give some back. When I did give some back, I had it on a different screen, and I forgot to put this specific screen up, so you won't see the total. But I'll show you a screenshot. I'll plug that in here so you can kind of see that I indeed did give some back. So 773, still a good day. Let's get over the trades. I am doing something new. I'm trying something out new, I should say. I'm broadcasting more or less the morning of my trading on Twitch, and I'll put the link for that in the description down below. It'll be completely free, so come on in and you can watch on Twitch. You can come in our free Discord chat room. The link for that is down below as well. It's just another vehicle to help people learn to trade as we all learn together. None of us are straight up, well, maybe some of us are absolute professionals, grizzly toughed out veterans that have been doing this for 30 years or so, but that's not me. And I always love other traders around me that either are new or that know what they're talking about, because we all can learn together and trade together and find trade ideas throughout the year. So with that being said, a link for all that is in the description down below, and I invite you to come check it out. But let's get straight into the trades. All right, so my first trade was, and I'm not going to show the recording on this one because it's just boring, but I can explain it better than anything. So the first one was that I've been watching was LPTX. This one was basically just an ascending triangle on the daily chart, just like this. Looked really nice. Kind of like that, right? So I was thinking, okay, if it can break over 2, break the top of this resistance line, break 2, it could get a nice move, maybe 25 cents or so. That's all I was kind of looking for. So I go long at basically 203. It goes to a high of 208, just tons of resistance, and it's dropped all the way back down. So now it's testing the bottom of the support line. It has not broken that. So, technically it's still in pattern, but we did have a false break to the top side. So I would expect, excuse me, expect this to break down and maybe fill this gap down here. But I did get in, and as soon as it went high and then started coming back down under 2, I just sold for a loss. I sold for basically an average of 189 average from 202. So lost a good chunk there. My first trade that I recorded that will go over is Seed. This one was just, here's the daily chart. Really strong day yesterday, and the level, everybody was watching was just continuation candle over candle on the daily chart, and that was roughly around the 750 range, whatever. The tough thing about this one is you'll see it on the L2 and you can even see it right now, the spreads are just, a lot of times 15 to 20 cents wide. So it's really a tough trader, because if you get in and it doesn't do anything, to get out, you're paying 20 cents basically. And you're hoping that there's shares on the bid. So anyway, so everyone was kind of watching that area. It seemed like volume was starting to come in, some big chunks of volume out of nowhere. Early on there was nothing, then big chunks of volume coming in. Daily candle over candle kind of fired off. I went long at 765, so right here inside this candle, and it shot straight up over $8 and then came right back down. It was like, what? That's not what I want to see. I want to see these low floaters that we play stick the move on the first attempt, right? Shot up, came right back down, or at the very least, I wanted to see it shoot up and then maybe hold in the upper 2/3. So that was kind of red flag number 1. Then on this candle, it kind of did start to open up a little bit more, but this candle kind of scared me. So I did end up trying to sell over $8. There was so much slippage on this thing. It was just wild. So I sold it in 1,000 share increments, sold it 787 for plus 22 and 786 basically 787 both lots. So plus, what is that, 22 on the trade, 2,000 shares, over $400. So it was a good winner, but again, it spiked all the way up to 873 for almost $1 win, and it was not easy to get out of with max profit, because you'll see how wild it was when I show the live clip, and then eventually when it went candle under candle, when you're looking for just a small pullback before the second move, it just went up and down. So it gave it all back, and then it became a non-trader, and I guess later on it took off. Yep, right there. Held the VWAP, little break of that. Now it's up towards high, or was. Yeah, it's up near high day right now. So it took off at some point. But the trade that I had, it was a pop and drop. And with these low floaters, if there's no follow through on it, when I say follow through, once you get that pop, I want to see a pullback in, the upper 2/3 of the initial pop. And then the second move, and then maybe the third move. That's when you're in a strong low float market. When you start seeing this, boom, boom, and the tick, especially with Seed, a stock that is known, let me back this thing up, known for big moves. I mean, look at this one, 587 to, 7, like a $2 move there. What is this, like a $2 move there? I think it's had really big ones in the past. Yeah. $8 to $7 in 3 days. So it's known for big moves. So this is a name that people have traded before. And when you start seeing this kind of stuff, boom, boom, this means the hot market might be over for some time in the low flow world. It was really hot in December, and it's kind of cooled off. So when I start seeing stuff like this, giving it all back, tells me that low floats are going to be, unless I see a really nice setup, if I take one of these low floaters, I'm going to take my profit as soon as I have it. Otherwise, I'm going to get caught in this flush stuff, and I don't want anything to do with that. SEED. All right, I'm jumping in. Chat room's looking at it. Wow. That was a big seller there. 780. I don't like this at all. Let's see if we can get the Momo. I'm gonna take half off. It's cracked $8 twice and rejected that move. Three times it's cracked 8 and failed, so I'm all out at Seed. It's about a 25-cent win. So this next trade is GENE, and this one's a little weird to me. So a few days ago, it had this really nice run, closed at 456, but the very next day it gapped down on no news to 383. So like a, what is that, 70-cent drop, and then it just completely just went straight down that day. Then yesterday, it's the daily candle over candle, closed at the highs, the very high, and then today it gapped down 30 cents or so at the open. But because it was such a good runner, I've had it on my watch list. I was watching it for the daily candle over candle continuation move to go test this high right up here at 524, whatever this is, 522. So it was on my scanner, or it was on my watch list, I should say. So basically what I was looking at, let's see, 1012, I got in right through here. So we had I'm looking for the daily candle over candle, which is 480. So, if we just bring in a line right at 480, this is not the one. Horizontal, we'll change the color to yellow. So 480 right here. That's the daily candle over candle line. So we also had kind of an opening range play as well. And we'll just go back to white here. Oops. Oh my gosh, E-Trade, you're so garbage. White, there we go. So we have an opening range with Seed as well. And you could play this as an early entry. So you have a high and a low right there, just bouncing around this area. Broke through here. You could play it long, looking for 480 break. So that's one way to play it. Probably the better way to play it, to be honest. So when it broke this opening range, it got on my scanners, or my spidey senses, I should say, looking for this move up. And I ended up taking, it kind of started hovering here at this 470 level. And there was a little bit on the ask. And then you see as well to match up, no volume, right? No volume. And all of a sudden, 55,000 shares of volume, 40,000 shares of volume out of nowhere. So someone was pumping this thing up to get it to these levels, which was the breakout levels. So someone anticipated that move. I don't care who, it's because this is when the L2 came into play. I was watching this right here, and it just looked like, if it got over 475, and you'll see it when I run the recording. If it got over 475, there wasn't much on the L2 anymore to get it to pop over 480. Then we get the daily candle over candle. Then everyone else starts to look at the thing, and you probably get a pop. And that's kind of what happened. I know a couple chat rooms were watching this one as well. I'm sure a lot more. I mean, it's Gene, former runner, low float stock. E-Trade is showing that the total shares is 604,000. So I don't know if that's right, but I'm sure it's pretty low anyway. Anyway, we get the pop. I sell half at the $5 break just to lock in some profit. So 30-cent win there, $300. Then I'm looking at, okay, do we go and test this level right here? And that's obviously the next resistance line. And if we break that, then it's blue skies all the way above. So I was watching it with 1,000 shares left, and it goes candle over candle, candle over candle. But now it's starting to get a little spiky. It's popping up, coming back down, popping up, coming all the way back down. And this one is like a shooting star bearish candle, right? It closed at the lows, it spiked all the way up and closed at the lows. I'm thinking that this next candle is going to be a candle under candle, and I just don't want to be in it when that happens because I don't know how far this pullback is going to be. Is it going to be a pullback like we saw on, I already forgot the ticker, one of the first ones I looked at this morning. Seed, yeah. Is it going to be like Seed, where Seed pops, and then as soon as we go the first candle under candle, and it gives it all the way back? That's what's on my mind, right? So I don't want to be in that if that happens. And it kind of did, actually. So, but I was just a little early on the candle under candle. I thought it was going to happen on this one. It didn't. See, the low here is 501. The low here is 501. So it didn't go candle under candle. It did end up going up here, doing a false move on the upside on the daily chart. Went to the high of 536. When it finally went candle under candle, big drop down to 480, and it kind of just never recovered from there. So I sold my last lot on this candle here, this bearish, shooting star candle. So I sold the rest at 503 for a 33-cent win on the second lot. So nice winner. Basically, call it 30 cents, 31 cents on 2,000 shares, a $600, $620 winner. I'm going to go long at 470. Kind of chasing here, but it just feels like if it gets over 475, this 480 is going to get tested pretty quickly. There it is. Now it needs to break 490. We're going to see any kind of follow through on this thing. There it is. Chat rooms are now jumping in it. Getting rid of half at $5. And now we're looking for 525. A lot of resistance here at 5. High day break is going to be pretty key for this. A lot of resistance showing up, but I don't know. I think people are going to really like to see new highs on the daily chart. Just got 1,000 shares left. If I can clear this 510, there it is. Here we go. Come on. Gene's hitting the scanners now. This is starting to slow down. It needs to get a good rip. 10. There we go. Now we're looking at 522. Got a double top on the daily chart. It needs to rip through that. Watch that 522. All right. I'm out 503 on the rest there. I don't like sitting there. I can always get back in. CPH 522. I'll have an order ready. So if it gets back, it's about to candle under candle. This next trade is PWFL. This one was just a high day momentum scanner hit. Absolutely no volume, right? All of a sudden, tons of 101,000 shares of volume on this candle, and it doesn't move. Interesting, right? So what did I like about this? So the first thing I see is the daily chart. It's big spike, pullback, and nice round move. And I'm looking to see, okay, maybe it breaks this, 680 level. We've had success with, daily breakouts today. Let's play another one, right? So I was looking at 680. The price was, getting up there towards that 680. I take it long, 2,000 shares. Big pop. Starts to slow down at 7, which is kind of a resistance line. There's one of two things it's going to do, obviously. It's either going to find sellers right at 7 and start coming back down, or it's going to find buyers and rip through it. And you can see the momentum. You'll see when I have my other screen up. Let's see here. This one over here. You'll see this. And I don't use this as, I'm not looking at what indicator, what exchange, the tick arrow, the price. I'm not looking at any of this. This little one right here, all it is for colors. Because what I'm doing when I'm trading is I'm staring at this. If I'm in a stock, I'm looking at the L2, looking at, okay, is there more buyers than sellers? Is there more sellers than buyers? And then out of the corner of my eye, I use for colors. Green, obviously, is if the ask is being hit. Red is if the bid is being hit. If I start seeing a lot of red flashing at a resistance level, I'm out. I'm selling for my profit. If I see a lot of green at a resistance level, then I know that it's just going to pop through it probably, and maybe look at the next resistance level to see if there's going to find sellers. So that's what both times I exit on this stock is based off of that L2 time and sales right here. I see red at the resistance flashing through here. I sell. I don't even look at what if it could have been it could have been one share. I wouldn't even know because I'm not looking at the size. I just figure that if it's red, people are selling. I'm getting out. So what happened is we do pop through that level on the daily chart, which was 680 right through here. It does go test the next natural resistance, which is whole dollars and half dollars. In this case, it's the whole dollar of 7. Tapped it, started to bounce around, and you'll see it on the L2, bounced around 690 and 7. And as it looked like it was coming back down, I sold half just to lock in profit. 13-cent winner there for $130. And then as it looked like it was coming back down and $7 was going to be resistance, I sold the next lot for the same thing. So nice winner on just a daily breakout spike. PWFL hitting the scanners. And there's the collapse on Gene. Another daily breakout potential. I'm going to try this PWFL, trying to break the 680 level, which it just did. Looking for 7. I'm in at 677. Selling half at 690 plus 13. 91. All out. The rest, ooh, got lucky fill there before it dropped pretty good. So out the rest at 690. So plus 13 overall. So these next few trades are on MBOT. MBOT was on my watch list today because it's kind of setting up a, I don't know. We'll wait and see. But it was on my watch list because of this massive spike from, I guess, like 2 weeks ago. Consolidation coming back down. Then we had the first daily candle over candle, came up here. And then usually if, when it goes candle over candle and daily, if it doesn't go up past these highs, it's usually going to come back down more, but it didn't. This consolidation gave us another daily, pop, pull back, candle over candle and daily again, and that happened today. But before it happened, I was kind of looking at it as maybe getting in a little early, looking for maybe that move up and the explosive. So I was looking at any opportunity I could to play this. This was just kind of chop city, not a lot of volume until here. This is where it got a little different. I don't know what's going on. E-Trade, thank you. So we got this pop on good volume, 20,000 shares of volume on this pop here. So everybody's starting to look, hey, we're getting close to this daily breakout here, or candle over candle. Let me just do 20 days. You'll see a little bit better. So pop, pull back, pull back, pull back. And this is the first daily candle over candle since this pop. So everybody's thinking, hey, maybe it'll break this high. Or first off, it's got to break here. Maybe that'll happen today. And if so, then maybe our targets are, $13 today, or even more. Or maybe it goes nutso. We get to the top of the Bollinger Band at 16. Who knows? Everybody wants to play MBOT because it has a history of running. So it gave me an opportunity to play it today, and I took it. It was a perfect setup with two really nice, I call them dominoes, but areas of resistance that if they popped, could really get going. And the first one here is my bread and butter play: pop, pull back, and then candle over candle. So what I mean by that, if you're not familiar with it, is any stock that gives me a pop, I'm looking for a pullback. And if the pullback is a controlled, pullback that doesn't just, you remember seed, right? This is not a controlled pullback. Pop and then pullbacks all the way 100%. That is not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is what MBOT did. And this is just kind of micro right now because it wasn't a massive pop just yet. But it set up, the reason why I like this one so much is because it set this up right at the daily candle over candle, which is 1158. So call it 1160. Did it all right here. This is the daily candle over candle. So pop, pull back, pull back. And what I mean by that is these candles did not make this candle made a new high. This candle made a new high. This candle did not. So this is a pullback candle. Does this candle break this high? No. Another pullback candle. This candle finally breaks the previous pullback candle's high. So this is the candle over candle. Pop, pullback, candle over candle. So I go long right here at 1163. Almost perfect entry for me. I get a quick little pop. I don't get much follow through. And I'm actually kind of surprised because now we're candle over candle on the daily chart confirmed. We get a little pop. I exit immediately when just no volume, no real volume came through that I thought it was deserved. I get out +7. Well, and then it decides to move. So that was $70, right? $70 in 1 minute. Who wouldn't take that? So it does continue to move up. Another pop. I have to wait because I'm not chasing this thing. Pop. Does a pop. But this is actually a pullback candle. And a candle over candle could have been an entry here, but I didn't take it. I probably wasn't watching it. Pop, 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 pull back. And this is where I get in for the second time, right here. I take 1,000 shares, and this one actually burns me a little bit. So pop, 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 pullback candle, candle over candle on the 1 minute chart here. I do get a pop, so I get filled at 11.94. Absolute terrible fill at the high right there. I don't like that. I wanted to fill at 11.90, and my thoughts were it's going to go through $12 at that point. Finds resistance, comes back down. I get out immediately for minus 13. I play MBOT again 3 minutes later. So boop, boop, boop. So let's see, 10:37. So one candle over, boom, right here. So now it's, we had this kind of failed break, but it holds this 9 minute moving average, 9 EMA. So I'm going to give it another chance here for like a high day break for the break at 12, whole dollar, and spike. And that's what I do when we get up to like 11.94. I'm sure chat rooms are probably looking at the same thing. I can't remember if that was part of the equation as well. And when I say that, it's not a negative thing. I love chat rooms. I subscribe to them, absolutely. And I will probably, as long as I'm a trader, because it gives me an idea of what people... This stock is only going to move if people trade it, right? If I'm the only one trading it, the thing is not going to move. So if I have my ear to the ground and I know that 2, 3, 4, whatever, however many chat rooms are watching it, that could be 10,000 people. If I know 10,000 people are all looking at the same thing I am, there's a good chance that it's going to go up. Or if we're all looking at to the downside, there's a good chance it's going to go down, especially with these low floaters. So anyway. Looking at just high day break here for the whole dollar break, get a pop up to this Bollinger Band, whatever. I get long, 11.94, quick spike over 12. I sell for a 10-cent win. I play it again a few minutes later at 10.93. Okay, this one. Why are these charts so garbage? This one's great, right? This is that break. And it just goes pop, pop, pop. Pull back candle, pull back. This one is so good looking. This one is like textbook. All right. We've got the, So we have the pop through here. Candle over candle, candle over candle, candle over candle, candle over candle. All right. This one is not a candle over candle. We don't make new highs of this run. Or it doesn't make a fresh high. And I don't mean high a day. I just mean... it doesn't break the high of the previous run candle. So pull back candle. And this is a nice little hammer, a bullish candlestick indicating it's about to go up again. So I go long. I go long right here at 12. What is it? 12.86. So chasing a hair, get a little slippage, doesn't matter. And when I go long on these pop, pullback candles or candles, I'm looking for it to break the previous peak of the run. So that would be right here at this one. And I'm looking for that to break. If it doesn't, if that acts as resistance, then you're acting as a double top. It's time for me to get out. But if it can break that, then we might get another pop. Here you get the whole dollar. For me, I think the reason why I exited, and you can see I got out at $12.97 for a $110 win in 12 seconds. And I'm only taking 1,000 shares at this point of the day because I'm just trying to preserve what I've gotten. If I lose a little, it's not going to be in the world. I've got this nice egg of profit. I want to protect that. If I can add a little bit more to it, I will. But I'm not going to give it all back. So anyway, it gets up to 13. You'll see it on the L2. It doesn't look like it's just going to rip through it, so I just sell. It does end up breaking 13 and going even higher, but I wasn't in that because I thought I was going to get just kind of a false break, or 13 was going to be resistance. Get out at 12.97, and that was all those trades of MBOT. So let's run those together. Long MBOT 1163, looking for the 1 minute candle over candle play, and high day. This high day has to break. Only took 1,000 shares, so if it doesn't go, I'm not getting burned. There's the pop. '70s, nice. 71 on the bid. All right, I'm going to take profit. +7. Watch the 1 minute on MBOT. Is this right? What is this? Over 189? Yeah, 189. Oh, gosh, got a bad fill. I tried to get in at 190, get filled at 195. Looking for 12 now. So I've just bought high day. Only went small, so if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So didn't work. All right, looking for 12 on MBOT here. There it is. Taking the profit off, +10. Still just going small because I basically just want to protect my wins right now. So with this, I would definitely want high day break if I took it long. Hands ready, buying. Looking for high day. There it is. Maybe 13 if we're lucky. Big bids. Can it go? Let's try it. Nope. I'm out. +11. And that's how I ended the first hour of trading, up $1,196. But like I said, after that, I did give some back. So I finished the day up 773. But that was the first hour. If you're interested in my trading style and you have questions, or if you're an experienced trader and you just want to hang out with other experienced traders and you kind of have an itch to help people as well, we'd love to have you in my free Discord channel. A link for that is in the description down below. You can also follow me now on Twitch. Like I said earlier, this is a new thing. I don't know how long it'll go. We're just trying it out here. I don't know if it's going to affect my trading or not, so I'm giving it a go. So the link for that is also down in the description. It'll be running for certain in the first hour of trading, but hopefully throughout the day as well. We'll see. All right, I will see you guys Monday.